Yeah.
It's the One More and I'm Out of Here podcast. You guys want to hear a joke?
Yeah, let's do it.
I saw a good joke the other day. Guy goes golfing, and Pappas, you might not
Appreciate
laugh
the joke
at this
because
joke
I'm not a golfer.
No, because this is the kind of joke that men laugh at, so you might not appreciate that.
God, what a fucking idiot. Go ahead.
Guy goes golfing, and he's out golfing with his buddies all day, and comes home, and gets home, and he brought a buddy with him home to eat dinner. So he gets home and he says, "Hey, honey," he tells his wife, "Hey, I brought a golfing buddy of mine home to have dinner," and she's pissed. She's hot as a match. She's like, "What the fuck is wrong with you? I mean, the house is a mess. I'm still in my pajamas. I got nothing to make for dinner. You go out golfing all day, and then you bring home some dude I've never met before, and now you want me to make dinner." Just like, why would you go out golfing all day and then tell me not tell me you're going to bring someone home for dinner? And then she says, "Why would you do that?" And he says, "Because he's thinking about getting married."
It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
That was pretty good.
So there you go.
Do you have a kid's joke I can laugh at? Didn't appreciate that.
No,
I didn't appreciate that.
we have a city administration that's pretty much a
Oh,
A joke?
shit show.
Joke?
clown show.
I got to tell you, I mean, just for people to know, we don't live in Cincinnati, okay? We do not. Our mailing address is Cincinnati. We don't live in the city limits for this
I know,
reason.
but when you go out of town and people ask
I
you
know
where you're from,
you don't say Anderson.
do you say you're from Anderson Township?
I say Ohio, and then I just
No,
look
you
down.
don't.
But the problem is
He actually says Michigan.
I mean, this is so embarrassing, and it's getting to the point. I mean, they're forcing good people out of the region. I mean, this is garbage. Cincinnati just is spiraling. Must be what the people in Detroit felt like, or Chicago.
You want to give a little background?
Well, I mean, we're talking about pick one, pick anything.
Well, I mean,
we had a shooting over the weekend. We made national news over the weekend. If you've been living, anywhere near a television, we made national news. What else made national news?
That was
Austin, Texas.
That was the same night as Austin, wasn't it?
Correct. Austin, Texas had what they're now describing as a terrorist attack when some guy wearing a I love Ayatollah shirt or whatever he had on, opened up fire at 6th Street in Austin, a really popular, very crowded outdoor bar area. Yeah, nice place.
I've been to Buford's.
A lot of places, a lot of people walking around, very crowded. So a guy opens up fire, boom, 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 shoots 13? I think it was 13. I could be wrong. It was about.
I have to look at it.
Killed 4, including himself, right?
Well, I mean, you should have done that first. But the problem, and then that same night we had 9 shot in Cincinnati at a very close to Anderson Township bar area that was rented out for a private party by a guy. Oh, I had his name.
DJ Fresh.
DJ Fresh.
Who's actually pretty old if you've seen his picture. The guy's been around for a while.
Never heard of her.
Him. But the
I'm still going to call it
she. Anyway, so it's I mean, and then on top of everything, so the mayor comes out. The mayor's like, "Oh, I can't believe they gave bond, or they set bond. This person should be," and these are career criminals, multiple offenses with guns, and they should not have been able to have a gun, yet they still went and bought a gun. If only guns were illegal, right? The criminals wouldn't get guns.
Guy had 12 gun charges in like 24 years.
Right. So my point is, gun laws don't particularly keep criminals from getting guns. Do the math, right? Go fucking figure. But then on top of that, then I'm reading that, another proposed idea of this city, not that we don't have enough garbage going on in the city. It's been a violent winter. It's probably going to be usually gets more violent as it gets warmer. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay. I see a plan to give, Cincinnati will join San Francisco in giving reparations to African Americans for slavery. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Since Ohio was a northern state, was it not?
The gateway
was known for being the destination for the Underground Railroad.
The Underground Railroad was here. The Underground Railroad ran right through where we're sitting right now.
And yet we're going to give reparations. The city of Cincinnati is going to take $5 million from marijuana money, which may be arguably, primarily supported by, I don't know, people of minorities might buy more pot than I'm just speculating here, but I'm just saying. And they're going to take $5 million.
Might be unfair to say, but
let's just say inner city people probably. I'll put it this way. You know where I smell the most pot? When I go downtown. Okay.
Absolutely.
I'm not being racist here.
I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not saying you're right. It's
not a racist comment. When I go downtown, and anyone can challenge me on this. You go downtown, what do you smell predominantly as you're walking around? Not driving, and even driving for that matter. If
you smell weed all the time.
Weed.
If you walk into any establishment downtown and you're in there, and people who reek of weed are walking in there.
Look,
I mean, it's legal now, though, isn't it? You can smoke all the ganja you want.
It is correct. So they're going to take some of the marijuana money. Look, Damon Lynch has a repository or dispensary, and he does it primarily because he knows he has a good market to sell weed to. Okay, that's not a racist thing,
right?
And I mean, I'm sure a lot of white people smoke weed. You're not looking at one here, and I don't usually do it, out in public, even though in Cincinnati it's legal. But my point is, they're going to take $5 million that I do think, I think you're right, Joe. I think the money was slated for schools. You remember how the lottery was going to fix school funding, and it didn't.
Right?
Remember that one?
Oh, we're getting keto in Cincinnati.
So pull my other leg, and then if we legalize
pot, just a little bit short of that.
Right, and then if we legalize pot, we'll fund schools with the pot money. Right?
No.
So no, what we're going to do now is we're going to take money and we're going to establish some sort of reparations fund. They haven't said how they're going to do it, but they're going to have some sort of either subsidized or giveaway or pay for your rent. I'm not exactly sure, but I'm like, man, it's time for me to really consider living somewhere else.
But the money only goes to 15 neighborhoods selected by our vice mayor.
I just don't understand.
Only 15 neighborhoods. And I guess, her and maybe some of her friends in council get to pick and choose who gets this money.
That would be odd.
The whole notion of government picking winners and losers,
but
and
you know what,
and this sort of thing. Maybe it's going to go to some NGOs. Maybe it's going to go to some nonprofits, and they're going to help people with their housing and that house repairs and late mortgage payments and all that kind of stuff.
Fine, great, have at it. Since I can't listen,
that doesn't open the door to any kind of fraud.
Since I can't, especially, look at how good they're doing with government spending in Minnesota. But I mean, if I can't affect it by voting, which I can't, and neither can any conservative in the city of Cincinnati because they're vastly demographically we're outnumbered. Hamilton County, it seems like it's not only trending blue, it's going to be solid blue for a long time. Fine, have at it. I can do this, though. You know what I can do? Move. And I'm really getting, and it's not move out because Cincinnati is the hub of the bike. And if Cincinnati goes by the toilet, down the toilet, it's going to kind of swirl all the other crap into it. I mean, I've been to Detroit. It does take, Detroit really hasn't recovered from its, no. You were up there, Jason, just recently. There are some very nice parts of Detroit suburbs. Detroit proper,
Detroit proper is a fucking shithole.
It's not the greatest. Now they have a really nice football stadium.
Yes,
they got a really nice baseball stadium.
Yep.
They have a brand new hockey stadium. You know what that hasn't done? It's gentrified maybe a little bit right around those areas. I mean, and I'm talking a block or two. But once you leave there, that's it. I mean, that's it.
Yeah.
You pack them if you got them.
Yeah, you take your life in your own hands.
So
for most of it, and I mean, Cincinnati's kind of the same way.
I don't think Detroit has morning call. You know what might have morning call to prayer? It might be Dearborn. They call it Dearborn.
Dearborn's got it.
They may have call to prayer. I'm not positive.
They've got it in Minneapolis and in what is it, St. Paul? They've got it there.
Have at it.
They've got it in parts of New York City now.
I guess I'm just frustrated.
Yeah.
I'm just frustrated. Every time you turn around, there's another, we're
So it's Freneek Cobb and Derek Long. These are the two douchebags
accused.
Were at Riverfront Live, according to the United States Attorney, Dominic Gerace. He said these two saw each other in the nightclub and decided to open fire.
They gave each other the stink eye?
Yeah. Something like that.
Were they disrespecting each other?
From across the club.
Do you bite your thumb at me, sir?
Yeah.
Fucking idiots.
But here's the part that we all knew was coming.
Oh.
Okay? Here's the part. Both Cobb and Long
I want to turn my middle around.
have what? Previous convictions.
Prior records?
Yes.
For what?
Meaning they were not allowed to possess firearms.
Wait a second.
And ammunition.
But Dan, if we just had stronger gun laws,
absolutely,
those two individuals would not be allowed to have a gun. Isn't that what
Cobb had a prior conviction in 2022 for having weapons while under disability.
I would have never had that on my bingo card.
Long has several prior felony convictions, including 2 separate cases involving trafficking in heroin,
that's not that
trafficking in fentanyl,
that's not that bad.
Failure to comply, carrying concealed weapons, arson, and receiving stolen property.
That's awesome.
Maybe he was framed. I think he was framed.
So, not only should these two most probably have been behind bars.
Dan,
already,
you are.
What, am I being too harsh?
You are just assuming. You know what? They didn't mean they were framed.
They were just getting their life back together.
They were just
24 and 29 years old.
Oh, fuck.
What a couple of douchebags. And
one person was shot, I believe, 4 times. I don't think anyone died. I could be wrong.
No one died.
There was one in critical.
Someone came very close to dying.
He's been shot 4 times.
Yeah.
And he's alive. But I listen, I don't.
Apparently, they didn't hit each other.
Well, have you seen those people shoot? Have you seen the way they shoot?
I don't know.
First of all, you don't hold the gun sideways. Holding it sideways
really
is frowned upon.
You know, it's why it's shot. You know why that's shot that way?
Why?
Because that's just how it comes out of the box.
But whatever. I just want to hear, because what I heard initially when it first happened, I heard the administration say, you know what the problem is? It's all these guns. We need to toughen up gun laws. And then you know what I heard? You know what the other thing I heard? I heard our mayor, who I'm not a big fan of. Maybe you don't know. And he looks good in a suit because they're usually fitted with skinny jeans. But do you know what the mayor said today? Do you know what the mayor said on the news today?
No, I was working all day.
The mayor said, the mayor has the balls. Now, our mayor is a Democrat darling child, okay? And the darling child of the Democrat Party, the rising star of the Ohio Democrat Party, Mayor Aftab Perval, said he is really annoyed that these people met bond or have bonds set. He thinks they shouldn't be out. And they shouldn't be allowed to have bond, which is fine by me. However, what he doesn't say is the very judges that he and his party not only nominate but support are the ones that keep putting these people out on bond and letting them out.
Yep.
Need I remind you?
He's had the opportunity for the last, 6 years?
Yes.
To speak to these judges in person.
And he not only does he not do that, he is if there is a Democrat fundraiser, he's there.
Sure,
usually he's a draw. He supports, he promotes these people, these Democrats, the blue samples ballot, and supports these Democrats getting elected. Now, nobody, and the news, especially the news, you know what the news didn't do? They didn't mention the judge. Now, I'm not going to here because I don't remember, but I can tell you this. He wasn't on the pink sample ballot.
Right.
He was on the blue sample ballot. And I could tell you that Aftab didn't call out the judge because he is a Democrat. And Democrats do what? Protect other Democrats.
Absolutely.
So you know what? I'm just tired. I'm just tired of it. I'm just kind of tired of it. It just is what it is.
It is, I mean, it's gross. It's gross to see, and especially, and not that it matters, wherever it happens, whether it's Austin, whether it's here, how close it was to us.
Very close.
Obviously, hits home a little bit more.
I think it woke me up from a deep slumber.
Well, shit. I highly doubt that.
I'm pretty sure it did.
It's hard to wake up a fucking grizzly bear.
Yeah.
Did our city council, have they acted yet on the bombing of Iran? Did they have they declared a?
Have they declared what is it?
They put out a sense of city council showing their opposition.
I think they said that I would expect them to. I'll put it this way: I would expect them to say that military helicopters and planes can no longer refuel at Lunken Airport.
I would not be fucking surprised.
Take strong, decisive
action. Strong action.
So here, you lead into that very well. I'm going to play this video. But yeah, the mass shootings are fucking gross and disgusting, and these idiots that are doing it, whether it's a quote unquote terrorist act or just fucking morons that shouldn't own or possess firearms.
Yeah.
Wherever you're at in the country, you need to, as Andrew always says, voting has fucking consequences, and this is the shit. This is the shit that allows that kind of bullshit to happen, where somebody gets out on fucking bond. Fuck you. And that's where I'll leave that. But let's hear from DJT.
There we go.
6 hours. The United States and its partners have launched Operation Epic Fury, one of the largest, most complex, most overwhelming military offensives the world has ever seen. Nobody's seen anything like it. We have hit hundreds of targets in Iran, including Revolutionary Guard facilities, Iranian air defense systems. Just now it was announced that we knocked out 9 ships plus their naval building, all in a matter of literally minutes. Iran's formerly supreme leader, Ayatollah Khamenei, is dead. This wretched and
so I'll leave that there and get us into the Iranian shit.
Yeah, that broke out over the weekend. It was an interesting weekend.
Yes,
everybody was glued to the news,
and I don't know how you couldn't be. But then you have the other side.
Mm-hmm.
He brought us into this war just to cover up the Epstein files.
Oh, for God.
Well,
and I'm like, are you fucking ignorant?
Well, let me ask you a question. Which one is it? Is it to cover up the Epstein files? There, go figure.
I know. I just spilled.
Is it? Dan, you can't go anywhere.
I know.
Yeah, you better use your sweatshirt because I don't have anything.
So anyway, we have a technical difficulty. It's good for your computer. Is it to cover up the Epstein files? Because I've heard, and I've seen a lot of liberals make the argument that, we are the bitch of the Israelis. We are just their whipping boy, and we do whatever the Israelis say to do. And Bibi Trump is Bibi's bitch. I've seen that. I've seen lots of those.
Mm-hmm.
So my question is, which one is it? Is it to cover? Because it can't be both.
Yeah, you can't have it. You can't have it.
Cannot be both. Is it to cover up the Epstein files, or was Epstein Jewish, and that's how this all ties together? I'm not sure.
That's the 6 degrees to Kevin Bacon that we're trying to figure out.
That's right. So my question is, and I'll throw it out there: is it? Listen, I posted a deal today, and I'll ask the question to you guys: I'm reading the comments. Are you happy, or wait? What's the word? How would I say this? Would you prefer Trump to have just kicked the Iranian can down the road the way every other president has done in my lifetime since 1979, which was the Islamic Revolution? Or are you happy that we have now? I realize he did not campaign on this, and I know he doesn't like war. I personally think that he doesn't like war. You might have a difference of opinion on that, but my question is, are you glad that we finally have a president? Because here's the argument. This is a very dangerous political.
Are you going to ask the question?
Yeah, all right. So what's your opinion on it? Are you happy? Are you happy Trump is not kicking the can down the road?
Absolutely.
He
has made multiple. He's given him multiple chances.
Recently, yes.
multiple
Yes.
in this presidency.
Negotiation. Right.
Well, in this presidency, like
Yes.
this round. I heard a clip from, was it 1984, where he was saying that Iran was an issue way back then. And I don't have that clip, and I wish I did. But this was fucking calculated. It was talked about. This, and a lot of these fucking Democrats and people that I've talked to just thought that he was like, you know what? We're gonna throw a bombing raid on him right now. This shit's been in the fucking works for like 7 years. Even before Trump was in, the Israelis had people on the boots on the ground.
Oh, I've got some comments on what they've done. Dan,
Well,
Dan
that's fine.
what's your opinion? No, and they're not negative. I just
Right.
Dan, what's your opinion?
I'm old enough to remember when I was a kid, we used to talk when I was in my teenage years, early teenage years. We used to talk all the time about how we wanted Iran turned into a parking lot.
I do remember that.
How we wanted to send some nukes over there and have it glowing so much you could see it from space. So the situation with Iran has been something that's been brewing since 1979 when they took the hostages, and that's when ABC's Nightline began. And you may recall, every night they would come on. It's day 300 of the Iranian hostage crisis.
That was what's his face got his start.
And Jimmy Carter was president, being totally weak and feckless, and not being able to do anything about it. And then, of course, when Ronald Reagan came on the scene the day he was inaugurated, guess what? Those hostages were released. But the change in leadership there has been a horrible thing for the Iranian people, a horrible thing for the women. And let me tell you, the one thing that I saw this weekend after the attack, I believe it was on Sunday, I saw a video, and it was posted on my social media, and it was video of women who were celebrating in Iran. They took their hijabs off, and they're in the street, and you may have seen other stories today about they're doing the Trump dance.
I have
over there.
I have a couple videos of
but this really drove the point home. So it was two pictures side by side. One picture said women in Iran celebrating their freedom. Then it said liberal women in the United States protesting against it.
I saw that exact same thing.
I think that really drives the point home.
Yes.
About how off base so many of those. Look, if you want to protest in the United States, you have every right to do it. I mean, I have no problem with that whatsoever. But for God's sake, just don't be a complete imbecile. I mean, please, is that asking too much?
Get your fucking facts straight before you decide to voice up. Here, I'm going to play this one real quick.
Let's play this. I want to say something.
The American government is to protect American citizens, not illegal aliens.
Give me a sippy cup for that.
Not only in the states most heavily affected, but in every place in this country are rightly disturbed by the large numbers of illegal aliens entering our country. The jobs they hold might otherwise be held by citizens or legal immigrants. The public service they use impose burdens on our taxpayers. That's why our administration has moved aggressively to secure our borders more by hiring a record number of new border guards, by deporting twice as many criminal aliens as ever before, by cracking down on illegal hiring, by barring welfare benefits to illegal aliens. In the budget I will present to you, we will try to do more to speed the deportation of illegal aliens who are arrested for crimes, to better identify illegal aliens in the workplace, as recommended by the commission headed by former Congresswoman Barbara Jordan. We are a nation of immigrants, but we are also a nation of laws. It is wrong and ultimately self-defeating for a nation of immigrants to permit the kind of abuse of our immigration laws we have seen in recent years, and we must do more.
So I pulled that one up in the fact that it's a twofold thing. The nukes were fucking huge, but the amount of Iranian immigrants that are over here that have done fucking nefarious shit, that I had a list and it actually fucking deleted. I'll try to find it again. But they were named. They have done terroristic shit here in our homeland. And with the nuke stuff, like I said, it was calculated, it was planned. They were giving plenty of fucking warning. And all these Democrats that are, they should all be able to stay. They should all be able to stay. And then, no, they should be allowed to have nukes. I don't understand the mindset on the left at all.
Well, the important part that you didn't show in that video, which I think is a very important part, is after that that section of that State of the Union speech by Bill Clinton.
I think it stops.
But there's another clip out there that's a little bit different than that one. But at the end of that, there's applause. That is a huge applause line. Mm-hmm. The camera pulls back. Everyone
is standing.
Yep. Both sides of the aisle. You don't see a single person sitting down. Everyone is standing, applauding that from Bill Clinton. So when Donald Trump said our first priority ought to be to ensure the safety of Americans and not the safety or not the welfare of illegal aliens. Only the Republicans stood, the Democrats. And if you actually listen to Bill Clinton and Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton, when they spoke about illegal aliens coming into this country, they spoke in much harsher terms than Donald Trump ever had.
Oh, good. Yeah, you're right. Good point.
I mean, he talks about the rapists and the murderers coming over and the people were released from the insane asylums and all the rest of it. But Hillary and Bill and Obama all took their shots at illegal aliens, and Democrats applauded them every single time. But when Trump does it, different story.
Well, my whole deal with talking about, so obviously we're I mean, for all intents and purposes, we're at open war with Iran. Okay, fine.
At the time, yes.
At the current time.
At this time.
Basically, if it moves, it's getting blown up. Which you think they'd get smart with using Zoom meetings, because apparently 80 of them met today, and they said, "Hey, let's get together and meet in this building and pick our new leader." And you know what the Israelis did?
Israel said
they blew up the fucking building. So I mean, you think these people would be like, "Hey, maybe we should meet by Zoom," but that aside,
they might be having some trouble with their internet.
Maybe. Is your VPN payment set up? Are you good?
Yeah, VPN. But and I heard something else. You know what the Israelis were doing? Israelis had hacked. I read this today. They hacked the Tehran traffic cameras, and they were using them to track where these people were going. I mean, that's
why it was
diabolical.
Yeah, that's why it was done when it was done.
But anyhow, Trump had, I believe he was presented and some testimony, or somebody said today, the Iranians admitted they had so much still enriched uranium, and they could make X number of bombs, and they were pretty much saying there's nothing you can do to stop us, to at least the negotiators.
And from what I've heard, they were actively doing so.
Right, even after the first bombing several months ago.
Mm-hmm.
But my point is, Trump could have done nothing, and we could have just gone down this road forever and ever until the Iranians got a bomb, and then God knows what the world would look like, because I have no doubt they probably would have used it against Israel fairly very quickly after getting it. That's my belief, but whatever.
Israel, us. I mean,
I think Israel first.
When you chant "Death to America," though, constantly,
right,
for years and years and years.
But they could put on a missile, and even if the Israelis shot it down, it would do the damage.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, so here was where we are. But so he could have done nothing, or he could have said, you know what, statistically. And I'm not saying this was a political decision, but I'm looking at it from politics. Statistically, the chances are that we're the party in power loses during the midterms, loses control, loses votes. Okay, and so you say, okay, so statistically, the Democrats have a pretty good shot of winning either the House and or the Senate, and that's just the way midterms usually go against the party in power. But if this works, like let's just say in the next 6 months. Okay, which is a long time considering how quickly things have been happening in Iran right now. With what are we 3 days into the war? They have no warships left. They have no Air Force left. Their missiles are getting blown up left and right.
Do you see the meme of the Iranian Navy?
That they're all submarines?
No, it was dudes in rowboats.
Oh, yeah.
They're like, we're deploying the Navy.
But I mean, the point of the matter is that if this works, and in 6 months, let's just say, or less, that the Prince of Iran is back and he's formed a government, and either they're in some sort of, civil war, or he's taken over the country, fundamentally changing the world. I think then people will, because obviously people are not going to be happy for the short term because gas prices have gone up and people don't like war. But I think that this could be, and I'm strictly talking politically, I'm not saying this is why he did it, but if this works out, the Republican Party and Donald Trump should be rewarded for making the world a much safer place in the midterm elections. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah. The thing that ties together the clip that Jason played there is that ever since the news of this came out, we all got up Saturday morning, you turn on CNN or Fox News or whatever CNN, you watch, and you see that the attack was done in the overnight hours. There's any number of Democrats out there, and I think people like Swalwell and Dick Durbin have been some of them. They're very concerned now about Iranian sleeper cells. In the United States.
Well, then why don't they fund the fucking Department of Homeland Security, which they're holding up because I don't know if we're in a partial government shutdown because they're not funding anything. So if they're so concerned about sleeper cells, what department?
Where was this concern though when Joe Biden was letting millions and millions and millions of unvetted and illegal aliens into the country?
Where is the concern when their own party is holding up funding for the one department that does what? Homeland Security.
Yeah.
I mean, give me a break, Swalwell. Swalwell should know about
it. Is an
Swalwell
absolute
pisses
clown
me off
show,
because he's the biggest clown on the planet with his giant potato head.
His giant potato head.
To Iran.
Don't. Mr. President, to Iran in this moment.
Don't.
I'm going to bomb the shit out of them. It's true. I don't care.
That's worth playing again.
I don't care.
Yeah.
What's the message to Iran?
Don't. Mr. President, to Iran in this moment.
Don't
you do it.
I'm going to bomb the shit out of them. It's true.
And guess what?
I don't.
Guess what? You woke up to fucking wreckage, you dumb motherfuckers.
I did hear. You want to giggle? Zelensky said today. So here we are now. We're in a struggle with Iran, and I think it's going to take a little longer than they think because it's a huge country. They have a bunch of those nasty, stinking little one-way drones that they like to use. They have a ton of them. So I'm not under some misconception this is going to be quick and easy, but the fact of the matter is, I saw Zelensky bemoaning. He said, he's really concerned because this involvement in Iran might take away from some of the munitions that we'd be able to give him. I'm like, oh well, sorry for your luck, bud, but guess who comes first?
Right,
we do.
We're eating first.
I'm sorry to shit on your parade, but and your war has been going. How long has Ukraine been going on now? 4 years?
No, I think since 2020, hasn't it?
It's longer. Yeah, it's longer than that.
I mean, so
five,
than
6 years now,
longer than World War II, and he's concerned that we are now fundamentally we're on the precipice of changing the world. I mean, China has to be shitting. I'm not going to get into it's beyond our show, but China has to be shitting bricks, and Russia can't really do anything because they're bogged down in Ukraine right now too. But China,
China said today that it's not sending any material support to Iran.
So they walked away.
They said they'll send moral support.
That's what they're saying.
So, hey, you're doing a good job. We're not sending you anything.
Well, I mean, and the world knows in the last month, the world has seen that, when you rely on China for missile defense systems and Russia, what happens? The United States military is so technological, and I'm not saying we're unstoppable. That's not what I'm saying here. But we do have better shit. We have better shit, and the job that we have done, the job that they did in Venezuela was unbelievable.
Oh.
And the job that they've done in Iran in a very short period of time has been relatively unbelievable. So other than, you know, some fallout with countries that we're having some problems with, like Spain is apparently they're being assholes, and Trump's going off on Spain, which is fine. Go off on Spain. I don't care. So I won't get olives. Who gives a shit? I got olive oil from Greece. I don't even like Spanish olives.
I mean, I've seen some breakdowns, and I don't know if they're all 100% true, but I think some of them are pretty close to true. And I've talked with the one source that I have that has some really good contacts over in the Middle East, and we were talking about this, but just the coordination that went on with the hundreds of aircraft that were involved, and the way they came in, and the way they targeted certain sites, and the way they were able to create a diversion with a bunch of drones that got the attention of all the radar operators. So they were all looking over here while we had other ships that were coming in and disabling all their sites. And it was, I mean, the coordination and the timing, just absolutely incredible the way they pulled this off. So it, and look, you look at all the people that wanted to criticize Pete Hegseth, talking about how he was just a TV commentator. Now the guy's got a lot more on the ball than I think most people realize. You know, him, Marco Rubio, the chairman of the Joint Chiefs. I think it's all an excellent team.
It is.
Well,
and then they've done a great job.
And I know Andrew damn near has a coronary every time I bring this guy up, but our buddy Sitzy says, shows the importance of cybersecurity. Noam fired our director of cybersecurity last Thursday, and then he goes into, and Patel fired our FBI counterintelligence team that oversaw Iran because they're part of a Trump
investigation. Did he call out the Democrats for not funding the Department of Homeland Security, or is he pretty one-sided?
How about the Democrats funding Iran?
Yeah, or anything. I mean, how about
Obama throwing money to them?
Okay.
Here you go.
Yeah.
Okay, so I just wondered. I didn't see his comments. Is he criticizing the fact that we have an unfunded Department of Homeland Security because the Democrats are playing politics?
And he goes,
like he did. I'll wait.
Our buddy Joe said, why did Christie do that? And he said he had no idea, but great timing. Clown show. You know what? They just like Venezuela, they fucking did a great fucking mission, and they're smoking it over there in Iran right now. Now, I will say, I don't want to see our service members pass away, but that's part of it, unfortunately. And we've had some. And you're going to have
6, I think, 6 or 7.
You're going to have casualties.
I'm not sure.
But it's one of those things that when they sign up, and I'm not saying they knew what they were getting into. I'm not saying that by any means. Because we were kind of, even keeled for a while. But when you have to make those decisions for the betterment of everybody, you all go to work and you fucking do your fucking job. And I'm proud of every one of them that has done it.
I think from what I've heard, those deaths are it's not what about. I'm just saying. It's not what about is. I'm saying you throw for you criticize one but not the other. Okay, and that's what I'm saying. You pick and choose what you want to be outraged.
And I'm
about.
bringing his comments up because I do want to have a discussion about it, but then he doesn't like the fact that we're talking about it.
I think the bigger threat we have right now is that departments that are in charge of our security for the country, for airlines, for airports, for all that stuff, their funding is even the Coast Guard. Their funding is being held up because the Democrats are playing politics and want to shut down the government. I find that abhorrent. Now we can discuss. I don't know. No, you're not focused on anything. You might want to take your Ritalin. The fact of the matter is that, I'll discuss the other things. I'm not up to date on it. I don't know about it. I'd like to find out about it. Joe asked you about it. You moved along. You're talking about whataboutism. I realize that you heard it on either NPR or CNN, and you're just regurgitating what you heard today as you were driving your beater to wherever you were going. I understand that. But, it is just something that I'd like to talk about, but you don't want to talk about it. Your outrage is one-sided. Cybersecurity is huge problem. I'm very worried about our electrical grid being hacked and things being turned off. Thankfully, we're now out of the winter season. It seems like it. I mean, it's going to be 70 here, but I mean, that's, power is critical. That's why some of us have a backup generator. But at the end of the day, all this shit needs to be discussed. I don't understand how, you're critical of her firing the head of a department, yet you're not critical about the very department that she was in charge of being funded by the Democrats. So, I mean, does the one person do the work, or does the whole department do the work? That's my point.
Right. That's a good point.
I mean, you're critical of her for firing the head of the department. I think the department would still function without the head. I know how bureaucracies work. And at the end of the day, you blow past the fact that the very department that she's in charge of may not be funded, so the department won't work. Okay, got it. I understand. You're open-minded, and you're not. I remember you're not.
No, there's probably plenty more people in that department that have the expertise that really matters. And just because
the head of a department,
the department head is the one that goes first,
right?
Yeah. If the department head is not getting the job done, look, all these people in these departments, they serve at the satisfaction of what? The secretary of that department, or ultimately the president of the United States. So if the secretary says, doesn't think someone is doing the job that they expect, then guess what? You get fired.
They're out.
That's the way it goes. Doesn't mean that we don't have any.
But does that department then cease to function, or
does
that department
it still functions?
That's exactly my point.
Right.
Unless it's not funded and the people don't show up to work. Duh. But we're gonna pick and choose. Okay, bud, and I ain't your bud guy. So get your facts straight. Christ. Put one more comment on there.
And Deadleg, easy question. Every elected official's first duty is to the population that elected them. Half the elected government sat down during the fucking State of the Union.
Yep.
So these are your fucking people. Maybe not you're here directly, but it's the people that you fucking stand with.
I mean, we're what is today? Tuesday. So what are we, 3 days into this conflict, or whatever you want to call it? I've had
Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Yeah. So 4 days.
Okay. So I have seen people about, you're too entrenched. Your way of thinking is the problem. No, you're the solution. But I have seen people that sit there and I forgot what I was gonna say. Shit, he irritated me. Fucking irritated.
So
irritated.
This will give you a breather.
I can't argue with stupid people. It's like, you don't talk. Usually I just look at you, I put a quarter in your cup and I keep on walking, but whatever.
So State of the Union address. Let's talk about it, man. Let's talk about it. Because last night it really proved that we have some serious division within our country. And I'm just saying this as an Army combat veteran and registered Democrat that's soon to be a Republican. And I'll say that with flying colors. So I can't even, there's no point in me staying in this party. Like for example, I lost my stepfather last year to an illegal immigrant driver who's using the name of a famous Ukrainian chess player as his name on his ID. I'll leave it to you that way. I've never gotten anything from the Black community like, hey man, I'm sorry that, the people that we voted in and brought in with our policies caused you to lose, caused your mother a lot of pain, caused your family a lot of pain. I never got none of that. So I knew at the State of the Union that something was going to be addressed about legal immigrants. And I figured, there was going to be some solidarity, some unity between both parties. Like, you know what? We did bring these people in when we opened the border and they did kill Americans. We're sorry. No. Y'all so fixated. This is why I'm leaving the Democratic Party. Y'all so fixated on hating Trump that you don't care about nothing else going around. All those black people that y'all advocate for every 4 years when it's voting time, election. You're not black if you don't do this. Well, some of us are victims of your policies. Some of us, got robbed by one of these guys you let out in Castle's there.
So weird.
Should be in a mental asylum.
This guy's really good. It's a little long, but he's really good.
By one of these undocumented legal immigrants that y'all let out on cashless bail. And some of us have lost loved ones that were killed in car accidents by these legal, non-English, non-sign reading, non-stop sign stopping, non-red light stopping illegal immigrants that can't speak English when DOT pulls them over. Now I'm gonna get back to the State of the Union. I just had to get it off my chest so you can understand what my mindset was when I clicked on this live stream and started watching this with my colleagues. Shout out to Patrick Brad David and Anton Daniels and Devorah Dark. Now, there were certain parts where Democrats had the opportunity to stand up, in relation to a child that was hit by illegal immigrant, almost lost a life, paralyzed, just 5. I know a lot of them old politicians in the Democratic Party got grandkids. So if your grandchild went through that, you'd be like, oh, that's heartbreak. Like, no matter who you are, everybody has a soft spot for children, unless you're on the left, because they're willing to castrate them without the parents' consent.
So yeah, that's long, but it's great.
Yeah, it's right. Let it play out.
Yeah, and it's right. I don't even know who that guy is. I posted that. And I'm glad you picked it up too. Yeah. I'm not saying you got it from my feed, although it is show prep. But
no, I did.
You did?
I did.
Oh my God, you went there. Anyhow, the point of the matter is that guy speaks for how many people? A lot, I think.
A ton.
And his logic is perfect. And I loved everything he said, and I wish more and more of that starts happening. I'm concerned about this war situation turning people off and making them feel like they don't want to be involved in politics, or that they feel betrayed or whatever. And I'm a bit concerned about that. It's only day 4, like we talked about.
And what they were predicting 4 or 5 weeks, but I agree with you. It's going to be longer than that.
It could be. I read a report today that Israel, let's be fair, Israel's been at war now they've been in a wartime setting for, I think, 4 years, 3 years. How long has Gaza been going on? 2 or 3 years? It was October
7th on what?
I think it's at least 2 years.
2023.
I can't remember. So forgive me, but Israel has been on a war footing, and what I mean by that is they've been at war literally, and all the reservists have been called up, and people. And so what? If you don't know how things are in Israel, everyone's in the reserves, but people serve for a couple of weeks and they go back and they run a business. But when you're at war, you're for extended periods, and you can't really run a business per se because you're gone. But anyhow, I saw a report that Israel's calling up troops because they're going to help install wouldn't be the root, but they're going to help support whoever comes into power in Iran. So they're going to send Israeli troops on the ground, boots on the ground, into Iran to help support. And I don't know how that's going to play out but let me ask you a question, and I'll throw this out there to Einstein. When's the last time you guys saw in your lifetime, or anyone's lifetime, other than the movies, you saw Jews and Muslims dancing together? You remember? Other than a wedding where maybe one was Jewish and one was Muslim.
I was waiting for you to throw a trick in there.
I meant publicly.
I thought you were
people that don't know each other.
I can't trust either one of you.
Dan does not. Dan's searching his memory.
I'm thinking about this. No, I don't know.
So my point is, in London, of all places, which is called Londanistan. I mean, they have a Muslim mayor, right? London, there's a lot of video. I didn't share it with you guys, but you have Muslims and Jews dancing together in the streets, celebrating the death of the Ayatollah. I mean, that is, to me, is just absolutely amazing. That is transformational. So
okay.
I think
I haven't seen that video.
We're in a position now where the world really could change for the better. I mean, for the better. So I'm willing to give it a chance. I'm not going to go down, some will. Oh, Trump this, Trump that. We hate Trump. Okay, get it. Got it. Good. But would you at least be honest enough to say, if this works, okay, it cannot not work given what we've gone through and what we've done so far. But let's just say, if this works, and there's a lot of ifs, if this works, throw the man a bone and say, you know what, this does change the world for the better. Will you make the argument that it makes the world? Does this make the world better or worse? I say it makes the world better.
Look at these people right near the White House. Iranians fucking celebrating.
Yeah, the news barely covers that.
Right. You have to fucking grab it. I'm not going to play much of it, but I mean, you get the point. You can go fucking find it.
Yeah, but the news will show there's 10 people on the corner of so-and-so and so protesting the Trump Iran situation.
Exactly.
There's 5 people over here that are protesting, and 513 is standing outside his house with a an old Iranian flag, wrapping his head in a turban to support the Ayatollah.
Have you seen where they're having? I mean, it's a meme. I mean, poking fun at the Democrats where they're having Iranian Palestinian flag switching stations.
Yeah, I saw that.
All right, now I support.
I saw that on the first day.
I don't know how they keep track of what fucking flag to take to what fucking protest.
Trade in your Palestinian flag for an Iran flag.
We had Venezuelan, we had Mexican. Now we're going to Palestinian. We had Palestinian. Now we're going to Iranian. I mean, whatever. I hope this works out. I pray it works out. I pray this goes the way they want it to. And in 6 months we'll be facing an election, and that's going to be interesting times.
Yeah. We're going to hear from our buddy Murph, and then we're going to switch gears.
Hi everyone, Dan Carroll here. Time to tell you about a great new sponsor for the One More and I'm Out of Here podcast. It's Murphy Engraving. Murphy Engraving is the place to go for your business, industrial, and personal engraving needs. Take a look at the Murphy Engraving page on Facebook, and you're going to see all kinds of unique items that really seem to take on a life of their own because they've been customized with an image, a name, or a logo, and all of it just really beautifully done. The acrylic sports awards that light up are especially creative and very cool. The customized bottles of bourbon, those are my personal favorite. And wait till you see what they can do with items that are made out of wood. The next time you want to recognize someone special or you're looking for that one-of-a-kind gift, you'll be glad you checked out Murphy Engraving. And a bonus, you're supporting a local family-owned business run by brothers Brian and Kevin, who is a lifetime firefighter and Air Force vet. At Murphy Engraving, they turn the ordinary into the extraordinary, and at Murphy Engraving, we are American-made.
Before we
for apples down there.
These guys don't know this, but before we get on with the show, I brought you guys a gift.
Oh,
and I know,
nice.
and I know how you guys are diehard Cincinnati fans, right? You guys are bred and raised Cincinnati fans, and I know how disappointed.
Let's go Reds.
Let's go. Yes, the Red Wings, and I know how disappointed you were about the Super Bowl a few years ago when Cincinnati was in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So, without further ado, since you broke my last fucking thing that I gave you for the show,
it was an accident.
And since Cincinnati will probably never get one of these ever, and I'm not. Don't hate me because I'm saying it because it is kind of funny, but given who owns the team, I bought you your very own Vince Lombardi trophy.
That is amazing.
Wow.
Put it up to the camera.
A little small, but an exact replica, no doubt.
Well, I didn't want to make it life size because the filament would have cost me an arm and a fucking leg. Dan is
Look
not
at that.
Look at that. So that's our hopeful, I guess. So what I'll say to that is that's hoping for better times here in Cincinnati, and that is actually this year's trophy.
Look at you, forward thinking though. I like it. Throwing good karma out in the air.
Well, I gotta turn my
flashlight on.
I gotta turn my flashlight on. I can't read it's too dark in here to read. Can you read the subscription?
It is says, the score of the game, the people that played the game, it was Santa Rosa, California.
Yeah, it just gives all the shit.
All the stats.
Well, what's it say?
Well, it says, I don't know. The teams.
You can't read it either. It's too dark.
Well, I don't have
Don't
it.
act like
I fucking printed it.
No, it's just
look, don't ask the
you
artist.
have readers. I have regular glasses.
Don't ask the artist about his art. Look at the detail on that.
I don't understand why we have to fight all the time.
It's almost
I'm not fighting. I just want to see what it says. That's all.
It's almost as detailed as my gold
You don't
medal.
even know how to turn on your fucking flashlight.
I know. I can't find the fucking flashlight on this.
God, he's
thing.
so funny. Dan and technology. If
Oh,
you
it's
guys
fucking
know.
disgusting.
This is so great.
So disgusting.
So you can put that up, and I have more coming.
We'll find a good spot for it. Andrew, that was a very nice gesture.
Let's see. Oh, Jesus Christ. He found his.
Fucking dropping beers, dropping fucking.
All right, here it says Super Bowl. What is that?
Yeah, what is that?
IX
60.
I don't think you got the right Roman numeral for 60.
I didn't do that part.
Oh my God.
LX, stupid.
Does it say LX? Okay, LX.
God, I can see it from here.
AFC versus NFC.
Typically how it works.
February I can't read the date. Something February 8th, 2026.
Patriots.
No, it says New England 13, Seahawks 29, Santa Clara, California. That's fine.
Amazing.
But I hope to get one that has the Bengals name on there.
And I want to present it to you on the show
Yes.
because Dan will
Very
fucking
nice.
break that thing probably before our next show.
This thing's solid. I don't think this one's breaking.
Dan has a tendency to break things.
Our
It's-
Emmy was a little bit thin.
And speaking of awards, we have a mayor that was
Yeah.
up for an award here.
Fucking mayor.
It's kind of dovetail into our teachers segment
Yes.
a little bit. We have a mayor.
I haven't seen this yet, so this is all new. to
we
me.
actually talked about her a few shows ago. Real quick,
But she's a mayor. She was a mayor in Louisiana.
Misty Roberts. Her trial begins as ex-mayor denies sex with underage boy. The case of former DeRitter mayor in Louisiana accused of having sex with an underage boy is underway as prosecutors shared incriminating video in court while the accused defense lawyers sought to claim their client's innocence. Misty Roberts.
Misty. Sounds like a
Misty Roberts' son. Sorry. I was
She
listening
sounds
to
like
you.
a stripper.
It totally does. Misty Roberts' son,
Cheyenne.
formerly Misty Clayton, told the court that he saw his mother having sex with his underage friend, according to a 2025 interview
Oops.
showed in court on Friday. The jury also heard from witnesses, including a man who said he delivered Plan B, the contraceptive option, to the former mayor's door after her alleged sexual encounter with an underage boy. What a fucking shitbag.
I wonder if James knows where that is. I'm sure he does.
So he actually, I don't want to say too much, but I think he knows somebody that's involved in this case.
Oh, really? Interesting.
I believe.
I wonder if James knows where that city is.
So
What mayor is this again?
She was mayor of some little
DeRitter?
town in
DeRitter,
Louisiana.
DeRitter.
Louisiana.
All right.
I lost. Yeah, DeRitter.
She married?
She has I don't know if she's divorced or still married. I have
Alright.
no, it doesn't say.
So,
Doesn't say.
so our friend Jill Billy 007
Probably not anymore.
sent me an article before this podcast that apparently her brother allegedly is incarcerated for sexual abuse of an underage. But when I tried to pull the article
Runs
back
in the
up,
family.
I looked at it. I saw it once, and then when I tried to look at it again to pull it up to put on screen,
Disappeared.
it was gone.
That happens.
So maybe it runs in the family. I don't know.
Very unfortunate.
A change of pace from
But
our
she's
usual
fucking hot though.
teachers.
Well,
I mean,
I mean,
I
if you were underage, would you do it?
sure, why not? If
Okay.
if I was underage,
I'm just
absolutely.
checking the temperature of the room.
I think I'd be scared. If I was like,
Vote for the mayor.
if I was 16, I mean, I think the kid was 16. I think I'd be scared.
You got my vote.
I don't think you'd ever get that far. I'd be like, hi. And I'd be like,
You got my vote as soon as I get my nut.
I mean, seriously, if you're 16, you're like, there you go.
And then before we end, I pulled.
Oh, and he broke my trophy.
No, you fucking banging on the fucking desk.
I didn't do anything.
Dan did it.
The fucking glass, the glass phone, I probably broke.
Oh, no.
That's Dan's trophy. That's Dan's trophy.
That's Dan's trophy. I don't think it broke. It
Wait,
was
wait,
the thing
before-
inside it.
Before we end this, you started with a golf joke, so it kind of works out that we end.
Okay,
This isn't a joke, obviously, but
obviously.
let me make sure I'm sharing it. Yeah, it's there.
Very unfortunate.
Pro golfer hospitalized after falling down an elevator shaft in a freak accident.
That
So-
would suck.
Andrea Pavin is thankful to be alive after falling 3 stories.
Have you heard of this guy? Have you heard?
I'm
do you
not.
know this
I'm
guy?
not.
I have not heard of
I'm
him.
not familiar with him. He was playing on the DP World Tour's Investec South African Open. Pavin, 36, was hospitalized and thankful to be alive after he fell down an elevator shaft in the building he was staying in near Cape Town, South
Yeah, he's
Africa.
from A&M.
By all accounts, he's in good spirits, thankful to be alive, and FaceTiming with his kids.
I wouldn't be in good spirits.
No, I wouldn't either. So there's a picture of the fella. Yeah, I'm not familiar with him, but
You definitely want to pay attention when. I mean, here's the deal: don't be looking at your phone as you're getting on an elevator. You might want to look ahead.
so it says Golf Channel learned through sources with Pavin's inner circle that the golfer had called for an elevator within the building where he was staying. However, when the doors to the elevator opened, the cab had not come up. Pavin didn't realize that, and he stepped through the doors and fell.
God, does that not give you the heebies?
It gives me the chills,
That's
actually.
terrible.
You're like, oh shit!
Very, very unfortunate.
Glad
But
he's all right.
Thank God.
ironically, and that wasn't even planned, that that Dan started with a golf joke and we ended with this golfer story. But we briefly talked. I think we are
Word to the wise. Make sure the elevator car is there before you step in.
There's something in there.
I will be doing that from now, or I'll just let Pappas go first.
You'll follow me. You'll survive. I won't, but you will.
There's a lot of elements to that plan.
I appreciate it.
We know it's been a little bit since we've been back with you, but we appreciate you guys tuning in. I believe we're gonna attempt to go Friday. Should be our next one. So
Yeah,
hopefully,
sounds good to me.
hopefully we're all in line. And I know Pappas will be out of town. I don't know if he'll be able to remote in or not, but we appreciate you guys. We love you, and just remember, subscribe,
Hit that like
download,
button, bang that button,
do all the things. Make sure you send us hate mail, Cincy. Just keep sending
Sounds
it.
good.
It's great. It's awesome.